Hello, Snoop the Whales, KK. Yeah, I guess we might be going to war, we might not be. Most likely, yes. I don't know. Could go either way. But if we do go to war, then, do the democratic thing and vote everybody out of office that voted for it. If you've been watching Live Leak, you already know that the FSA has American weapons, not laser guided. They're guided by, like, I don't know, electronic cords. And that's pretty much high tech. They've had it for a while. I don't know how much they are to build or create, but, it should be better off, for the medical field and schooling, obviously. Everybody gets a free pass in this country when it comes to school. Yesterday, Kerry looked extremely mad. It looked like he got hit with a porcupine or something. He just didn't know how to conduct himself. He got all flustered. And that's good, because it just shows how, how much he doesn't have any, real education besides Yale. And, that ain't real education. That's what money gets you. Him and Bush. Skull and bones. Yeah. Why doesn't the, basically the, can't think, my neighbor's pressure cleaning. Why doesn't the United Nations go after Israel for using white phosphorus against like babies and just killing babies with guns with 5.62s to the head? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what is considered bad. You could hurt someone many ways. And that was Operation Cast Lead. Why would you name yourself Operation Cast Lead if you didn't think about the destruction that white phosphorus is gonna do on people? Yeah, and that right after that white phosphorus cast lead attack, if you remember correctly, Obama drew the red line. That's what that was all about. It's hard to remember, I know, being, so chemically neutralized in this hellish piece of shit country. But yeah, basically right after Obama drew the red line, it was right after Israelis used white phosphorus on a whole populace of people. So that's another thing. I'm not sure if you remember that, but people have selective memories nowadays. It's okay. You can get over that. You can change that. Unless your brain's been, severely messed with, then you can't change that. But otherwise, you could change it. If you still got dopamine receptors and serotonin receptors and all that good stuff, you could change your mood and stuff. But if you don't, then you're stuck. So you're fucked. So, excuse me. Yeah, Kerry's acting like the judge, jury, and executioner right now. He doesn't understand the place the UN, is for. It doesn't make sense. Why Kerry gotta be the judge and executioner? Do we really need Kerry? Do we really need him? He killed a whole bunch of babies in Vietnam. Why do we need him? He probably didn't do it. He probably just pressed the button. And yeah, he lied about Al-Qaeda, bold-faced lie about Al-Qaeda being in Syria. I don't know why he would lie about that. It's despicable to lie about something so obvious. FSA is just Africa, Iran, well, not Iran, but it's Africa, It's a whole bunch of, you know, Israel, Turkey. And it wasn't long ago that Syria was Israel's closest, you know, Arab ally. It's ridiculous. Why, you know, why the shitty hell would you give it care, you know? But it's ridiculous that Israel could just use white phosphorus and that's not considered a chemical attack. That was only 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And that's all I got written down. I don't know. I don't know why Bush hasn't weighed in on the subject. He was our last president. I guess he just doesn't want to, you know, muddy the waters. Muddy the black water. It's called something else now, but sure no one cares about dead babies and whatnot, as long as they ain't your dead babies. Yeah, Syria is a pretty productive country. They're secularists, and I think Israelis are just trying to prop up Muslim countries like in Egypt and Syria. And they both failed because Arabians don't want Muslim in their life mostly. They want to be secularists. They want to be atheists. That's what they want. Why not give it to them? They just use Muslim as a control mechanism. And, you know, you got Shias to the, I don't know, Shias to the west. The other ones to the east. And who cares, man? They're pretty peaceful people. They're real peaceful when they're to themselves in their own country. Or else we already have a terrorist attack by now. It's not that hard to make, you know. Damn, this guy's been pressure cleaning for an hour. I'm sure he's hardly working. That's alright. That's America. Yeah, basically you got Shias, you got Sunnis. Shias to the east, Sunnis to the west, and I don't know, I'm sure they got their own problems. It's just, you shouldn't go into other people's problems and expect to sort it out. Just don't attack Syria. They're a secularist nation. They've been secularists. They're like Iran in the 1960s, or Iraq. They're pretty much to themselves. You don't see them wearing burkas. You don't see them blowing each other up. It's only the Syrian rebels that are blowing each other up because they're crazy Muslims. Well, they're not crazy. They're just misinformed.